The Marvel Cinematic Universe, which can be referred to today as simply the MCU, began in 2008 with the release of Iron Man. Many of the films since then have been led by primarily male characters, but in the 15-year history of the MCU, there were also many interesting female characters. Many characters were often relegated to being a romantic love interest. The earliest example of this is Pepper Potts in the first Iron Man film, who served as Tony Stark's assistant and later love interest. In the first Thor film, Natalie Portman plays Jane Foster and becomes the love interest of Thor by the end of the first film. But there has been much criticism that Jane and Thor never had enough scenes together as a couple. Natasha Romanoff, aka the Black Widow, was introduced in Iron Man 2, and when we first see her, Tony Stark was actually looking at photos with Natasha in lingerie.
I need your impression.
I'm quite reserved. I know you don't, so.
I meant your fingerprint.
Right.
So, how are we doing?
Great, just. Okay.
Will that be all, Mr. Stark?
Yes, that will be all, Miss Rushman. Thank you very much.
I want one.
No.
In this short exchange, Tony's clearly flirting with Natasha, even making a sexualized comment, even with Pepper staying next to her. Natasha has proven to be a strong, capable fighter, especially in the Avengers films, including the scene from Infinity War.
So die alone. She's not alone.
In the next film, in Avengers Endgame, Natasha shockingly sacrifices himself and dies instead of Hawkeye. She's the first main hero to remain dead.
Your birthday. That's what you call me? No worries. She's got health.
With Black Widow's death, she did not receive a proper funeral, unlike Tony Stark, and she was not present in the final battle with the female heroes fighting Thanos. Black Widow did not lead her own film until 2021 with the release of Black Widow, but many people, critics and fans alike, felt this came maybe a decade too late. Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch, was a supporting character in Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. She finally got more screen time in the Disney Plus miniseries WandaVision. In the films, she has a romantic relationship with an android named Vision. When Vision dies in Infinity War, Wanda brings him back to life in WandaVision, using her magic. Wanda creates her own reality, where she has a family with 2 young sons, while also enslaving many people in the town of Westview. She soon realizes that she has to end this reality, meaning releasing the townspeople from their hostage and letting her go of her family. Her next appearance in Doctor Strange of the Multiverse of Madness was very controversial because it seemed that the film seemed to reverse her arc in WandaVision, where she goes to multiple universes to bring back her 2 sons, and she resorts to killing people and achieving her goals. In the latest phase of Marvel, there has been some improvements in female representation on screen. Miss Marvel was a show on Disney Plus that follows a 16-year-old Pakistani American girl, Kamala Khan, who loves superheroes, particularly Captain Marvel, and starts dealing with her new powers. Towards the end of 2022, the sequel to Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, had many of its supporting female characters become the center of the film in larger roles. For example, Shuri, the younger sister of T'Challa, becomes the new Black Panther after her brother T'Challa dies from an unknown illness. While these improvements are a great start in progress, there is always room for improvement in much stronger writing and development of female characters on screen, whether on film or TV.